Lantra now, Lantra has some pace. He's going to go straight outside, he's going to go all the way.
This is Harry Bandara. Runs around, what a brilliant try.
Draws and passes. Beautifully done. St. Joseph's going in for the try, and it's a try.
Very good evening as the Sun Wolves beat the Rebels in Tokyo and the Crusaders came back to beat the Waratahs down in Christchurch. Here we come, the live action from the Lions Den here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. Trinity College taking on St. Peter's College. Beautiful pictures, overcast conditions, perfect underfoot conditions. A bit slippery though here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium today. A lot of rain around Kandy, but it has been a stop-start rainy day up here in Kandy. St. Peter's College traveling to the Pallekele grounds where we are live on the ThePapare.com, Dialogue TV, My TV, and this is the live action from the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. St. Peter's traveling to Kandy after a break, after a big 2-week break against to play against Trinity College, who did really well in the Bradby second leg last weekend. And joining me on the commentary box is the Trinity 2011 skipper Murad Ramzi, the last captain to win a championship of Trinity College. Good evening, Murad.
Good evening, Dinu. Good evening, and thank you very much for the welcome. And yes, Dinu, just talking about the conditions over here in Kandy. I think God has helped both sides with good weather, and I think we are expecting a good rugby or some brilliant quality kind of rugby will be displayed, and I hope that will be done, and that the two teams will do justice for that.
Here's the weather conditions today this evening. 29 Celsius degrees, but doesn't feel that much here at Pallekele. Thunderstorms is the prediction. Yes, we have had few during the day, and a minimum weather of 22 Celsius, 10 kilometers per hour wind speed. Wind from southeast and humidity 78%, so it's not that bad here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. Good conditions for rugby, isn't it?
True, Dinu, true. And as I said, the two teams are gifted with good condition to play some good rugby here. And as you said, adding on to the big break that the two teams, or rather St. Peter's had, I think it will come down to the maturity and leadership for St. Peter's to bounce back after a 2-week break. And on the other hand, Trinity, even though they have been the underdogs, or them coming into the game today as underdogs, they did a lot last week to get their homework right, and St. Peter's will have to do a lot of focus, concentration for today's game, as we know it's a game after 2 weeks in this league, and Trinity will have that momentum which was built last week against Royal. Even though yes, they lost the second leg, but Trinity is in that momentum, but St. Peter's will have to do their little bit of work.
Yeah, the crowd is building up. Team cards coming up in a bit. Live action after the commercial break.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
පවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
එය සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අති විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with current accounts from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
Some see a myriad of possibilities ready to break out in glory. The choice of every Sri Lankan. No limit.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිලි ශක්තිමත් ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසයි ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් ඒ වගේම ඉස්සොරි වලින් නිදහස් ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සොරි zero කරයි ලුවාංක එකේ මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ටෙලිවිෂනයේ මීළඟ පෙරලිය
MJN JQ Shopping TV.
උසස් තත්ත්වයේ ජපන් නිෂ්පාදන
පහසු මිලට වට්ටම් සහිතව.
ගෙදරටම ගෙන්වා ගන්න සෑම දිනකම දැසන 10ට
MJN JQ Shopping TV බලන්න.
ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් ඩයලොග් now channel number 106
Welcome back. School songs done. Nervous moments for both teams. And we're about to kick off for the much awaited game here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium today. Trinity College taking on St. Peter's College. And we'll have the team cards in a bit running out before live kickoff. Here's the Trinity College team card. Joshua Peter, Madhi Abdul and Praveen Vijay Tilak at the front three, a bit changed there. Yomal Bandara, Mekan Ashwan, Dhirendra Ratwat, Dulanjit Netwara, Lennox Kalyalanratna 8, Amit Kulananga and Mindu Jayasundara, very important inclusion in that number 10, quality number 10 for Trinity College. Navin Raj Ratnam, Warren Veerakon, Vishwa Rana Raja, Rashan Bandaranaike comes at number 14 and Avishka Sheikh, the skipper, moves to fullback. And here's the St. Peter's team card. Abdullah Faiz and Julian Charles with Javindu Fernando in the front rows. Senura Pereira, Johan Fernando, Lankesh Pereira, Lakshan Uduvana, Bilal Hilmi will complete the first 8. Jason Karunaratna comes into scrum half, a very good player. Kenneth Vimaladasa moves to number 10 with the exclusion of injured Ravin Fernando. Vishwara Shavanta, Shenura Fernando, Rukshan Madhushankar, Dexter Fernando and Shehan Liana Patirana will be the last man on defense for St. Peter's College. As we are ready for kickoff is Minidu kicking off for the first time in the season for Trinity College at that number 10 jersey, and here's straight away taken into contact, trying to run from their own 22 is St. Peter's College, and that is Jason Karunaratna. He's a very lively player for St. Peter's, taken back inside the 22, cannot kick out on the full, so the ball will bounce back straight into Avishka Sheikh and he will kick back at the Pete Rice. Liana Patirana at the back, picks it up, runs crossfield. Vishwarana Raja, who's been fantastic this time so far, puts the ball down, but the referee says that was a bit too high and playing advantage for St. Peter's College. Here is Jason. Ball out, comes out wide to Vimaladasa and the big prop forward Abdullah taking the ball into contact. Opportunity here for St. Peter's College. Amit Kulatunga making that tackle to bring that player down. Jason Karunaratna standing at fly half now. Lennox Karunaratna putting his mark on the game, fronting up that tackle, turning directions now, switching directions rather. Here is Minindu making his first tackle of the season as a starting fly half for Trinity College. Now the ball will come out. Great opportunity for St. Peter's College. Coming to the 50-meter mark, here is Jason Karunaratna. Trinity up on defense. Opportunity here for St. Peter's College. Taken into contact. Shavanta, Vishara Shavanta. Once again the ball coming back in through Charles this time, and Trinity managed to turn over ball. Opportunity here. Here's Kulatunga. Gives it to Lennox Kalyanaratna, taking the ball into contact. Peters trying to counter-ruck. Trinity managed to secure ball. Joshua Peter taking the ball into contact. Still available for Trinity College. Veerakon gives it to Russian Bandaranaike. Bandaranaike cuts back in, running laterally and going into contact. This is Amit Kulatunga now, gives it to Pravinda Vijayatilaga, the double try scorer who had a fantastic game in the second leg of the Bradbury Shield, taking the ball into contact. Amit Kulatunga now. Mahdi Abdullah, number 2 start for him today. Kulatunga trying to break free. Offloads it to Minindu. Minindu just dropping it forward. Not a good pass by Amit. Turnover ball for St. Peter's College. Inside the 40-meter mark, though, this time they'll try and kick this out, but they cannot kick out on the full. The ball going back straight into Avishka Sheikh, and Sheikh shows and goes, breaks one, puts the kick behind. Vishwarana Raja chasing this down. It's a foot race coming down, and it'll be a touchdown for a 22-meter restart. What a start Murad Ramzin for the game.
Exactly, Dinuk. Exactly, Dinuk. I think both teams are trying to settle down after the break. St. Peter's after the break. I think they're trying to settle down here, up here in Pallekele. Both teams looks like they are playing expansive rugby, and both teams are known for that. And I think both teams are now playing the unique kind of rugby. And I see for the first time Trinity is playing the expansive rugby, and St. Peter's on the other hand, they are living up to their expectation.
What a start. 3 minutes of non-stop rugby from both teams, capitalizing on the errors of both teams, turning over balls. Knock-ons took place. Here's the restart now. Amit Kulatunga chasing it back. Knocked back. In fact, it's a knock forward, says the referee. That was by Netwara Dulanjit. His first start of the season. Netwara in the number 7 jersey for Trinity College. In fact, he's been in the number 7 jersey. It's Mohammad Ikram who's been replaced by Dhirendra Ratwata. This was that restart, just overcooking their Sheikh, but nevertheless good option with Vishwarana Raja aching to run on the outside. Here's the scrum now. First scrum, Murad Ramzin as a front row. How do you feel?
It's always that special thing in a match for a front row forward. You always focus on it. That's what happens. Look what happened to the number 3. That's where when you give your fullest there, and sometimes it goes wrong. I think the Magic Eyes would do the honors there.
Early injury for Trinity College. Looks like it's Dhirendra Ratwata who is starting. Pravinda Vijayatilakarada, number 3, who has been exceptional for Trinity College in that Bradby second leg. He scored 2 brilliant tries.
True, Dinuk. I mean, he he proved himself as a prop forward. I think Trinity, it was a much needed time for Trinity to have that breakthrough player who could add some points to the board, and he did the honors there.
So early replacement for Trinity College. Pravinda Vijaytilaka taken down. Nimesha Ekanayaka goes in. Not much of a difference when it comes to size and weight, but skill and execution is a lot different to what Pravinda Vijaytilak offers to this team, as Jason Karunaratne now, who started his career as a flanker, or rather fullback, went as a flanker last year, now at scrum half again. Number 8 pick Karunaratne putting this out wide for the second attack, line of attack. The kick has been good, but it's a penalty for St. Peter's College. Player down. Interesting to see that replay, exactly what happened there. The kick was made and the referee says it was a late charge. Discipline has been a big problem for Trinity College this season, Murad. A lot of penalties given away.
Exactly, they have been suffering. They have been suffering with these penalties, and I think once again it proves that St. Peter's is gonna capitalize on this. I mean, if this was me, I would just go to the corner, push, and try to push over and put some points on the board. And as you said, discipline is key, and Trinity have been suffering this entire season.
Here's that replay once again. This was Liana Patirana. Puts the kick behind. Warren Veerakon charging him down. Copped a yellow card in the second leg of the Bradby Shield. As a senior player, he needs to step up. Has a great opportunity for St. Peter's. Nicely setting up in the line out. Pushing, as you said correctly, Murad. But Trinity dragging that towards the touch line. Ball comes out for St. Peter's College to Vimala Das now, giving into contact, taking the ball into contact is Charles. Jason Karunaratne snapping it up. Dushanta. Liana Patirana slipping off one. Trying to slip off another, but into touch. Good defense there by Trinity College. Sheikh.
But I think Trinity have to also focus on the first man taking on the first time, and on the other hand, St. Peter's, as I said, they are playing wide rugby. Making use of the field.
Quickly taken by Jason Karunaratne. Good thinking there. Caught the Trinity defense napping, but finally they managed to set up. Now Trinity College, referee playing advantage once again for St. Peter's. Offside is the call, and inching close to the try line, St. Peter's College. Still playing advantage. Going forward, it'll be a scrum. Will be a penalty for St. Peter's College. It'll be an interesting call. Will the Peterites go for 3 points or into touch once again?
It should be a 3-pointer. Just put some points in the board, get back to your den, and then start working on it. That would be any coach's first approach on points. And I think on the other hand, Trinity, again, failing on discipline.
Penalty. Interesting call by St. Peter's. Jason Karunaratne tapping and running, gives it to the big number 3, Charles, taking the ball into contact. Karunaratne once again going out, trying to use the short side, cutting back in. Other Peterites very close to the try line now. Ball comes out for the prop forward, trying to run his way through. Good defense there by Trinity College. Here's Karunaratne now, trying to swing it out wide. Leena Patirana, this time the win 3/4 going almost there. Once again a good tackle there by Sheikh. Vishwarana Raja had a fantastic game, had an eye on Sabit Feroz and Janindu Dilshan in that Bradby second leg. One of the standout players scored a try as well. He'll have his work cut out today to hold on to this speed right attack. Here's Jason Karunaratne now. Couple of hits and the big man trying to roll away. Still Trinity College holding on. No way through that, so the Peterites are trying to work their way through, working hard. Karunaratne giving it out wide, trying to step and run through. Good tackle there by Veerakon this time. Stopped on his tracks. Karunaratne once again stepping off his right foot and going through, but another penalty. For St. Peter's College, this time they call for a scrum. Tried a line out, tried a tap and run, and now they have called for a scrum, Murad.
I think St. Peter's is playing some sensible rugby here. They are not being panicked. The forwards are very settled down. They got their act together. They don't lose the ball. They don't panic. They have their forwards supporting. They have their backs lined up to execute whatever the plan. I think St. Peter's, as far as I see, they are playing to their plan.
11 minutes on the clock. Not much in this game so far. Trinity defending their line. And Peter's College putting a lot of pressure on the Trinitians. Jason Karunaratne once again feeds the ball to the scrum. At the back is Hilmi picking it up, running crossway. Brought down once again by the Trinitians. That's Nethwara. Trying to pick and drive. Pushing back once again. Trinity College defending their line, putting the body on their lines and holding on to the speed right attack, which has been there coming at them again and again for about past 3 minutes now. Holding on. Trinity College. Here is once again St. Peter's now. Skip pass. Trying to intercept there, not coming out well. Comes out once again wide. Trinity have their defense cut out in numbers. Trying to use their forwards once again. The Peterites again going through the fringes. Picking and driving. Trinity number 7 trying to slow the ball down. Offside once again. Here is another opportunity. Leena Patirana trying to step and run through. Shahan Leena Patirana, no way through that. Jason Karunaratne trying to swing the ball out wide, looking for options on the blind side. Another penalty coming up. Offside once again for Trinity College.
I think St. Peter's, as I said, they're executing the plan well, and on the other hand, Trinity on their defense. I think this focus should be right throughout the 100 meters of the entire field. It's not only when you come to the red zone or the 5 meter that you should defend. Your defense shouldn't be executed only at the 5 meters.
There you go. That's the offside call. Lennox Kalyanaratne and Yomal Bandara, both in front of the last foot. Jason Karunaratne just having an eye on his right side. That's where the space is. Trinity have put in 2 players there. St. Peter's coming unbeaten into the second round. Trinity came unbeaten into the second round last year, and St. Peter's stopped them there. Can the Trinitians do it up in Pallekele is the big question mark. 13 minutes on the clock, running into 14, and nil all still as the crowd still comes in. This time Karunaratne gives it out to Vimaladasa. Liana Patirana. Good tackle once again by Vishwa Rana Raja on Shavanta. And holding on right on top of that ball was Warren Veerakun. If he can control his emotions, Murad is a very good player, isn't it?
True, Dinok. He is, I would say, an impact player. I think Sri Lanka would benefit out of it someday. And he should, I mean, yeah, look. That's the technique that any player or any schoolboy rugby player would be expected to play for us. He goes one man to the man, one defender to the man and the other one to the ball, which is more important than the man for me.
Yeah, not much distance gained in the kick though for Trinity College. Lennox Kalyanaratne, first season for him in the red, gold and blue. Going to the number 2, coming out well for Trinity College. Here is Lennox Kalyanaratne trying to run from their own 22, Trinity College. Amit Kulatunga putting the ball behind, touching a speed right player. Here's an opportunity for St. Peter's College. Jason Karunaratne steps off one. Very dangerous play in broken field. Jason. And penalty once again. Not on the feet, stealing the ball, but material impact. Was there a material impact is the question. Did any Trinity player counter-attack that? Trinity benefiting out of it once again. Inside the 22, Rashan Bandaranayaka. This time, just managing to put that ball into touch. Good meters gain, just bringing back to play the 50-meter mark. Here's the replay once again, Murad.
True, Dinuk. I think I'm with you on that. I mean, there is no material impact on that. There was no Trinity player at the time where the St. Peter's player came to seal the ball. And
Trinity have changed their hooker as well. And the line out has been a problem. Luckily for Trinity, it will be their ball once again, 5 meters in front. But watching that line out is the replacement, Nimesha Ekanaka, who's throwing the ball into the line out. Here's it once again.
I think it comes down. I think it comes down to basics, Dinuk, where a number 2 jump should be always almost on the number 5-meter line, or just few. I wouldn't say even say just. It should be on the 5-meter line. And St. Peter's, on the other hand, they defend. They defend it on the 5-meter, whereas Trinity is on a flat throw. But I think, yes, that was something that I expected.
This time going to number 4. Lovely pop pass by Minindu to Navin Rajaratnam. This is what Trinity was missing in the first round. Going into the contact once again. Here's Amit. Gives it out wide to Rana Raja. And that should be a penalty straight away. Can be a yellow card as well. You see referees taken quickly by Amit. Stepping and running off once again. Has he gone 10 meters back is the question. Referee looks like it's okay for the referee. And here's Dhirendra Ratwata taking the ball into contact. Stops on his tracks. Amit Kulatunga. Coming to save is Lennox Kalyanaratne. Defensive line coming up quickly for St. Peter's College. Here's Amit giving it to Minindu. Out to Rajaratnam. And that's a forward pass to Vishwarana Raja. or else he would have gone. That would have been curtains for Peters College. Rana Raja can use his pace. Slippery conditions as well.
I think the difference between St. Peter's and Trinity for the moment is that St. Peter's is playing some settled rugby, and Trinity is still trying to find that hole to run through. But I think Trinity should stick to their plan, execute whatever the coach has just asked them to deliver.
Nilufer Ibrahim not on your screen but at the coaching, at the crowd today, watching the Pete Wrights. He'll be playing them next, the Josephians. Very interesting, isn't it, Murad?
True. He was once with this camp here in Trinity College with me. He was coaching me. Now he's here in the stands watching the opponents whom he's trying to play next week. This is just a small world and interesting.
Jason Karunaratna on your screen there, very good player for St. Peter's College. That was the Trinity bench. "19 minutes on the clock. It's a 35-minute half, this Singer Schools League. This is Jason Karunaratna feeding the ball into the scrum. Trinity trying to put a lot of pressure on the scrum, but the Pete Wrights holding on well. Karunaratna manages to hold that ball on. The pass is not good. This is the second time they have tried the move, but no Trinity player coming up in defense. And the bounce was good. Very lucky for Trinity College, but it's a knock forward. In fact, a penalty. Offside, says the referee. So no play after that initial 3 minutes. I don't know, we have cursed both teams, but it has not continued. It has not been free-flowing from there onwards, isn't it?
I think, Dinuk, even though the weather which we see here is very comfortable, but I think the ground conditions are very slippery and boys are finding it a bit hard to hold on to it.
"20 minutes on the clock for both teams here playing the first game in the second round. Peters College will find that hard after a break. Here they are once again trying to a rolling maul brought down safely. St. Peter's College trying to run into traffic, trying to offload there, and manages to offload. This is danger time for Pete Wrights, rather Trinitians. Peters running into traffic, picking up from the fringes there. Here's Karunaratna looking outside once again. Gives it to Vimaladasa, cut back in by Liana Patirana. And that is Vishara taking the ball into contact. Trying to use their forwards now. The Pete Wrights on the 5-meter line. They have spent a lot of time inside the 22, whereas Trinity College have hardly spent any in the opposite 22 so far.
I think it comes down to discipline, Dinuk, where St. Peter's is maintaining that discipline when they come to this green zone, where they are patient enough to hold on to it, but unfortunately they couldn't turn it on to points, whereas Trinity, they just got few opportunities, but they just gave it away.
Here's a great opportunity, and St. Peter's have scored their first try. Madhushankar, Rukshan Madhushankar scoring the try for St. Peter's College.
As I said, Dinuk, that was discipline that accounted discipline which accounted for that try, whereas as I said, St. Peter's, they just hold on to it. They wait for the right time to go onto that wide to the corner flag to put that ball in on the white line and turn it into points. Whereas Trinity, yes, they defend well when it comes to this 5-meter, but is it good enough is the question. Look, that's what they were looking for, that opening in the wide corner and play the expansive rugby. And I think St. Peter's, as I always say, is executing the plan that they are expected to.
It's a very hard ground, isn't it, to come up and play here at Pallekele. And the Pete Wrights are facing it already, hands on their hips.
Well, I think one thing is, yes, it's a bit difficult for the Colombo boys to play uphill. And on the other hand, I think they have been having possession more than 90% of the game so far, and they have been working hard. So I think that has also, and yes, 2 points added to the board, and it's 7-0 St. Peter's leading 23 minutes on the clock.
Exactly 7 points to nil. It took 23 minutes to come on the scoreboard. Here's Liana Patirana. Not the perfect of techniques, just slanting down, but has the head in position, looking down at the ball when the impact is made. Follow through is a good one as well off the ball and slots that in between the post. This is Sheikh now taking a restart for Trinity College, leading from the front. Here's Avishka Sheikh putting the ball inside the 22. Liana Patirana now will kick this ball and keeps the ball in play. Here's Sheikh trying to bring back ball into play. Here's an opportunity now. Vishwarana Raja chasing the ball on the outside. Ball bouncing out. Offside, says the referee.
I think Trinity should get their act together, just execute their plan. I think they still play some scrappy rugby. Just they play what is in front of them. But I think they should settle down, get their act together, and play some basic rugby, and get the momentum going.
Capturing the essence of schools rugby pictures, visit the hub www.thepapare.com/photos. All your pictures, moments captured here at the Pallekele grounds, down in Havelock Park, at Digana, Nittavela, wherever you go, just visit www.thepapare.com/photos to to see your moments. Here's the replay once again. Sheikh still players running back for Trinity. The entire center combination, and Vishwanaraja, yes, correct, he was right in front, way in front actually of the kicker. Going for a shorter line out this time, St. Peter's College. Trinity not contesting. Good refereeing there, no contest, letting it go. And they have set up a rolling maul if this ball comes out. And if the Trinitians can hold on, it will be a scrum for Trinity. The ball manages to come out. Popping off once again, trying to pick and drive. Trinity have managed to turn over the ball through Nimesha Ekanayaka. Here's Amit Kulatunga kicking from the base. The bounce is kind to Liana Patirana. Patirana kicking the ball back. Sheikh takes the ball inside the 22. Takes a decent option to kick out from the 22, but keeps the ball in play. Chase is on by Rashan Bandaranayaka. Going back and he misses the tackle. Karuna Ratna now kicks back again. Inside play. Mahdi Abdullah. He will only know one way, the front row forward. Mahdi Abdullah taking the ball into contact for Trinity College. Pick and drive by the Trinity forward, and looks like it's holding on. Yes, it is. Not enough support on that breakdown for the Trinitians, and they have not held the ball more than 2 phases so far. Kick and chase on Sheikh. Just saw the player running at him and not focusing on catching the ball, drops it down.
Yes, Dinuk, as I've been repeating since this first whistle went on, Trinity have to stick to their plan. They are panicked. Yes, they are nervous, but I don't see that momentum which was built last weekend is being cascaded down here at Pallekele today. And on the other hand, St. Peter's, they are playing some decent structured rugby. even on defense. Yes, they are structured.
Look at this. This is where the kick was made. Now look at Sheikh just looking up exactly there rather than focusing on catching the ball. And it was just a run by the Pete right in front of, mirroring the ball. Had he caught that, he would have had a good 20 meters right in front of him.
True, Trinity have to get onto their half and play some rugby there. And they have been defending the entire game, I think, from the first until now. They have been defending, and the chances that they got, they have just lose it out. They have just kicked it, or some unforced error which had led them to lose the ball.
Seven points to nil. It's been a game full of errors so far.
But it's a matter of capitalizing on the errors, and St. Peter's have been doing it really well.
Jason Karunaratne feeding the ball once again. Holding on nicely at the back of the scrum. Could have gone some more. Here is Vimala Dasa taking the ball into contact for Peters College. Coming out quickly now. Have options on the outside. Liana Patirana stepping off one. Fence off another. Trying to offload and pushed into touch by Sheikh. Having a word or two as well. Not the first time they have pushed the fullback and the wing three-quarter. Cornered this into the touchline. Drift defense has been good so far, but they're letting St. Peter's run until the 5 meter mark.
Exactly, Dinuk. Exactly. That's what I see in Trinity's defense. They wait until this danger zone and then just play their hearts out to stop St. Peter's score. And St. Peter's, they are just capitalizing on this.
Trinity trying to gain some meters with the forwards inside the red zone. Once again, Amit not going to Minindu. Putting the ball into touch. Yes, a good touch as well by Amit. Is it a tactical move not giving Minindu because of its first game, or just Amit is too confident to kick from the base?
I think it's 50-50 on both. I think Minindu as a player, I have seen him playing in his younger ages. He's a very sensible player where he plays some structured rugby. And I think this might be a good test for his entire rugby career. So Amit as a senior player should test him well, so that he have to do, in fact, he have to do justice for this year, but also groom him for the upcoming years.
19 points to nil. News coming from Royal Complex as Trinity pounds on the loose ball once again through Joshua Peter. Lennox Kalyanaratne playing as the scrum half. Here's Navin Rajaratnam. This is what he has been capable of. Playing fast and open. Good hits. This is what he's capable of. Navin in that number 12. Minindu now coming to help out as the scrum half. Push back. Here's Warren Virakon now. Pushes off couple to bring him down. Amit Kulatunga gives it out wide to Joshua Peter, taking the ball into contact. Kulatunga once again gives it out wide to Sheikh. Sheikh switching it out. Draw and pass is the R. And now once again taken the ball into contact. Good hard running line there by the prop forward for Trinity College. Dhirendra Ratwat acting as the scrum half. Joshua Peter taking the ball into contact. Some continuity from the Trinitians. Here's Minindu giving the ball out wide to Sheikh. Sheikh trying to cut back in. Gives it out wide to Rashan Bandaranayaka, but a forward pass once again by Avishka Sheikh, the skipper.
This is what I have been repeating, Dinuk, once again. I think I have been just saying the same thing since the first whistle. Trinity's unforced errors have forced them to stop turning these hard work into points.
See the replay once again. Minindu giving it straight out wide to Sheikh. Sheikh wanted to cut back in. Oh, that looks like a bit harsh. Another angle of that. Sheikh wanted Warren to cut back in.
I think this is also an outcome of being, or rather running across. You cut down the options that you have unless it's been planned.
Here's Jason Karnaratna now feeding the ball into the scrum. Plenty of scrums for St. Peter's College today, because that's the number of unforced errors that the Trinitians have put in so far. Sheikh at number 15 now will kick this back and charge down. Takes enough more time for the Peterites to come back. Here's Veerakon now passing into Sheikh once again. This time he puts the boot. Vishwarana Raja right in front of him. An offload. Sheikh once again calls mark this time. Very sensible by the skipper. Sheikh keeps the ball in play. Jason Karunaratna taps it behind to Liana Patirana now. And this is Pereira, Lankesh Pereira, taking the ball into contact for Peters. Karunaratna once again gives out to Vimala Dasa. Off comes to Charles. Peterites looking to play. Expansive here. Hilmi taken to the ground by Vishwa. Good hit on him. A lovely pass. And Peters have managed to gain meters. Once again a long pass by Karunaratna. Just on the 22-meter mark. Karunaratna playing this game very fast now. Taking the ball into contact is Fernando, Senura Fernando. Ball pops off the ruck for St. Peter's College. Trying to step and run right in front of us. Avishka Sheikh making that tackle. Now the forwards will try and keep the ball, build some patience, test the patience of the Trinitians. Ball coming out wide to Hilmi once again, taking the ball into contact. Trinity very slow, rolling away. Now once again over the head of Liana Patirana, knocked forward by a Trinitian. So it will be an advantage for a scrum for St. Peter's. Here's opportunity once again now for St. Peter's. Trinity have managed to push them back just on the 22-meter mark. A lot of numbers for the Peterites. Crowd don't like that pass. Look light forward. Once again the tackle has been missed and it's a knock forward. Here's Lennox Kalyanaratna snapping up the loose ball and making some ground for Trinity College. Amit Kulatunga now. And it's a knock forward, another knock forward. And it's play on for Peters College. No one in front. And the Peterites score.
That's where discipline comes into play. You know, I saw St. Peter's first. Yes, they were fast, playing wide, running into wide angles of the field, but made sure that support is behind them to secure the ball. And then ball was scrappy. They were matured enough to slow down the pace, get the act together, get back the entire squad together, focus on the plan, and then executed their own strategy to turn this on to points. And I think that has paid them well.
What an offload off the deck there by Pereira, Lankesh Pereira to Javindu Fernando, who scored that try. What an offload off the deck. He was just blindfolded but still knew that the support was on the inside, isn't it?
This is something to talk about trust in a team. I think you know that your player is backing, and it's just a matter of one call to say that you are behind, and to just have faith on your team. And I think the coach Sarath Martis, who have been out in that camp, had come back and done the honors to get that momentum for St. Peter's.
That'll be half time. 14 points to nil. St. Peter's College leading against the Trinitians here at the Pallakali Rugby Stadium. In the second round game, the first match of the second half game, Shehan Liana Patirana, who converted that kick. It's been a scrappy first half, isn't it, by both teams?
Yes, it has been very scrappy for Trinity. It has been very scrappy for Trinity, especially. I mean, they have been focusing on their defense when it comes to that 5-meter line. But I think Trinity have to get their act together in the halftime. I think the coaches, the leaders, should get them to do that, to have their defense across the field and not only in that 5-meter line.
14 points to nil, halftime confirmation. Peters College leading against the Trinitians at halftime here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium, as both teams huddle up behind the goal post for Trinity and right on the 22-meter mark for the Patriots. The crowd has nicely built up here at the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. These are the highlights, not much in that first half to call as a highlight, but it was 2 tries for St. Peter's. Lovely draw and pass. First try coming off for Madhushankar. Rukshan Madhushankar scoring that try after a lot of hard work put in by the Patriot forwards, sucking in a lot of Trinity defense. Here's the reverse angle. This time the Trinity defense couldn't match up and had plenty of numbers on the outside. The Patriots could have put on another pass to score that try. Very easy, simple, basic rugby. Kick was good in between the posts. And this was the second for the Patriots.
Yes, look, they are using. St. Peter's was isolated at times, but they also made sure that they ran into their own support than into traffic of Trinity College, and they capitalized on all mistakes what Trinity did, and they did not. They were not on their back foot. They were always on their toes, ready for opportunity.
Here's that second try once again. Now look at the offload here. Hits one and then just offloading straight away. Got the call inside from Fernando, Javindu Fernando, and scoring under the post for the second try for St. Peter's College. Easy kick for Liana Patirana, slotting in between the posts to take the score. 14 points to nil against Trinity College in halftime in the second round action. The first game coming to you live from the Lions Den at Pallekele. We'll see you after a short commercial break. Stay tuned to ThePapare.com.
බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සැනසුම දෙන නම එය සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with current accounts from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිලි ශක්තිමත්. ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසයි. ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ්. ඒ වගේම ඉස්සොරි වලින් නිදහස්. ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සොරි zero කරයි ලෝවාංක එකේ මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ.
බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
අවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
එය සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අති විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with home loans, education loans and vehicle loans from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ටෙලිවිෂනයේ මීළඟ පෙරලිය
MJN JQ Shopping TV
උසස් තත්ත්වයේ ජපන් නිෂ්පාදන
පහසු මිලට වට්ටම් සහිතව
ගෙදරටම ගෙන්වා ගන්න සෑම දිනකම දැසන 10ට
MJN JQ Shopping TV බලන්න
Dialog Television Dialog Now channel number 106
Some see a myriad of possibilities ready to break out in glory. The choice of every Sri Lankan, no limit.
Welcome back to the Pallakali Rugby Stadium. 14 points to nil. St. Peter's College leading against Trinity College in the second half of the Singer Schools A Division League Rugby Tournament second round first game. Coming to you live on ThePapare.com, Dialog TV Channel 1 and My TV from the Lions Den here in Kandy. Lovely setup here at the Pallakali Rugby Stadium. Crowd nicely built in. Lot of travellers from Colombo supporting St. Peter's College have arrived here at the Pallakali Rugby Stadium. A lot of visitors so far for the stadium in the past 2 weeks. Here's the kickoff. Liana Patirana straight into contact by Amit Kulatunga, not even thinking of kicking the ball inside, clearing from their own 22. Trinity trying to pick and drive inside their own half. Here's Amit now. This time going behind to Minura. Taken the ball inside the 22, Minindu rather. And a replacement for St. Peter's College. Dexter Fernando rather. Very scrappy ball for the Petrites to start off with. Karunaratna trying to push and run through is Senura Fernando. And he's still on his feet. Fernando, the try scorer. He's up for this game. Now the ball is moving behind. Knockback says the referee. Cutting back in. Again is Madhushankar. Here is Jason once again. Looking for runners. Vimaladasa, and it's a knock forward. So opportunity for Trinity College outside the 22, still not kicking the ball from their own half.
Exactly, that mistake, the first mistake of collecting the ball in the 22 and not clearing has costed Trinity to be in their own half for these past 3 or 1.5 minutes. Trinity need to focus on their game to be, or rather rugby to be played in their half, or rather the other half, where they should convert these effort into points.
Here's Kulatunga now feeding the ball once again. Lot of pressure. Free kick for the Trinitians. Going for a scrum, another scrum.
It's not a wise call, I would say. I mean, just being pushed over a few seconds ago, and then calling for a scrum again. Well, if you are confident, you make that call, but it's a 50-50 for me.
Yeah, interesting call. The other option is to tap and put up and under or kick for space and chase it down.
Or even just clear it and then defend.
Free kick once again quickly taken by Amit Kulatunga. This time has Lennox Kalyanaratne on the outside, taken the ball into contact for Trinity College. Mahdi Abdullah acting as the scrum half, trying to shows and goes. Abdullah taking the ball into contact once again. Pick and drive from Yomal Bandara. Amit Kulatunga to Joshua Peter. Peter knocking the ball forward. Handling errors has been
unforced errors, unforced errors that have been keeping Trinity on the back foot from the first whistle. And St. Peter's, on the other hand, they are showing that hunger. They are on their toes and they are ready to convert in every opportunity into points. Trinity, I think, should settle down, get a good breath, and play according to the plan.
Scrum for St. Peter's. They've been pushing the Trinitians back, not trying to milk a penalty or two. And the knock forward this time, opportunity. Warren Veerakone with the ball, needs to offload, trying to push and run through. Has plenty of support on the outside. Focused on the contact area. Here's Minindu now to Naveen Rajaratnam, stepping off the right foot. No way through that for him.
This is the situation that I'm talking about, Dinuk. Look how panic Trinity is. They should settle down. They should come to a settlement of where Trinity play with some support, get the forwards support, and then play some faces, create some space outside, use the wingers, target the corner flags.
Ball turned over once again by St. Peter's College, and once again taking the ball into contact. Good position on top of the ball where Trinitians are going without support into contact.
Exactly, Dinesh. This is what I'm talking about. Trinity is, or rather, they get panicked as soon as they get the ball, especially the loose ball. They should settle down. They should get some support and get their plan well organized and just go to the other half, play some rugby there and turn it into points. Whereas St. Peter's is doing it really well, where they have some faces in the middle and then open the wide field and then use that space to just go on to that white line.
Trinity have managed to turn over ball once again. Here's Minindu. Manages to recover. Gains a decent distance outside the 22.
I think he should be tested more by Trinity rather than St. Peter's. He should be given the ball more than this, I would say.
Replacement Minindu comes out after his first game and replaced by Akita Sakalasurya. The ThePapare most popular schools rugby player of 2018. If you have one from your school, go to your website and vote now. Trinity not contesting that line out once again. Fortunately for them, it's a knock forward. If you are supporting any of these players from the top 8 teams or any other school, just visit www.thepapare.com and vote for your players. Yes, very lucky they're in the line out, isn't it, for Trinity?
True, Dinok. And just look at the body language of the two sides. St. Peter's, they are upright but just on their toes, whereas Trinity, they are just still being ready for that scrum.
Here is Kulatunga feeding the ball into the scrum. So that's very sneaky there by Dhirendra Ratwat. Inside pass to Warren Veerakone, pushing off a couple of players. Now the ball has to go out quickly to Ranaraja, who's on the outside. Taking the ball into contact is Akita Sakalasurya. And now Dulanjit Netwara taking the ball into contact. Inside ball to Mahdi Abdullah.
It's good line of defense by St. Peter's. They're just closing the inside shoulder, not letting anyone to cut in.
Yes, Virakon, now opportunity for him. If he can get this out to Russian Bandaranaike quickly enough. Bandaranaike cutting back in. Virakon trying to pick and drive without support. Kulatunga now off to Sakala Surya. Twisting and turning is Mekan Yashwant. Joshua Peter taking the ball into contact. Another knock forward. And a great opportunity for St. Peter's inside the 22.
True, Dinu. Now I think it's the second half test for both sides, where who is more focused on their own big W today.
Another replacement.
Amit, I think it's Tehan Karna Tilaka for Amit Kulatunga. Trinity College.
Young scrum off, another young scrum off for the Trinitians. Here's an opportunity now for St. Peter's once again on the outside, trying to cut back in. Inside their own half, the Trinitians, the Speedwrights. That's Charles taking the ball into contact. And once again, the Speedwrights going hard and fast at the Trinitians. Another penalty coming up. Offside. Jason. Liana Patirana will kick this ball into touch.
The Traders should switch on their 5-meter defense at least now, like they did in the first half.
Great opportunity for Pete Wrights to score points in the second half. Interesting to see if the Trinitians will contest in this line-out ball. Try scorer Fernando. Javindo Fernando will throw the ball into the line-out. Going in front, not contested by the Trinitians. Picked up in the air by the Pete Wrights. Inches close to the try line. Over the try line they go and score the try. The third one for St. Peter's.
Where did that 5-meter hunger defense go off Trinity College? And St. Peter's will get the credit for that hard work again, where they come into the half, play some basic rugby, and turn it into points.
Here's the replay once again. Nicely let up rolling ball. And Trinity trying to hold on for some time. And Pete Wrights held on to it, had patience, and pushed perfectly. Good structure, good body position shown there by the Pete Wrights.
Pete Wrights and Trinity, I think they should also. I think they did well last weekend, where the masters of rolling maul, Royal, was stopped last weekend. But today, I think they are not having their right body position to stop this rolling. It was in fact just one maul pushed over. It wasn't rolling.
What a kick! Sideline on the 22 meter mark. Shehan Liana Patrana has got his kicking boots here today. Look at that. Good power. As soon as he kicked, he knew that's going on. Bent down, took the kicking tee, turned back and ran to his position to restart. There you go on your screen. Lena Patrina scoring that try, scoring that conversion for St. Peter's College. Trinity restarting once again. 21 points to nil. Big task up ahead against them now. 3 converted tries to be scored.
As I said beginning of the game, Dinuk, I think this came down to leadership and maturity, where St. Peter's, they just turned out after a break of 2 weeks, and on the other hand, Trinity just came out of a good weekend.
Here's Virakon now trying to run on his own, tapping and running straight into contact. Now the Trinitians trying to pick and drive, use their forwards. First time inside the 22 after a very long time for the Trinitians. Inside the opposite 22, they need to come back with something.
They need to get their support, their team, they act together and just not panic, play some basic rugby, use the wide open field.
Lovely angle there by Warren Virakon. Nice pass there by Akita Sakalasuriya. Now Lennox Kalyanaratne taking the ball into contact, trying to prick and drive through. Here is Tehan Karunanayaka working it out wide to Mahdi Abdullah. Referee playing advantage for Trinity College. Tehan once again giving it out wide to Sakalasuriya. Sakalasuriya giving it this out wide to Vishwa Ranaraja. The try scoring machine scoring the first try for Trinity of the match.
This is what I was talking about the whole day, you know. Just get into the 5 meters, play some rugby there, play some faces there, and then these wide or the corner flags will be definitely open for you. It's just a cakewalk for you to just score the try.
Plenty of pace, isn't it, available on the outside. 2 big centers to suck in defense. What more can you ask as a fly off? This time, long skip pass. Vishwaranadaja just bread and butter for him, walking his way through.
True, Dinuk, true. This is what I've been talking about. The basic rugby that Trinity is well known for. The expansive basic rugby that Trinity is well known for.
Sakalasuriya taking the conversion. Kick is through. 7 points. Trinity come back. Plenty of time remaining on the clock. Almost 20 minutes left on the clock for the Trinitians to come back. 21 points to 7. Here's that replay once again. Sakalasuriya. Nice balance. Good strike. Gets the ball in between the posts. Assistant referee is happy. Can this try spark the Trinitians up? 50 minutes on the clock. 21 points to 7. St. Peter's College leading. Shehan Lianapatirana restarting for the Peterites. Puts this deep and clean. Nice inside the 22. Tehan Karunanayaka. No risk taken. Puts a beautiful kick behind, but not into touch. Jason Karunanayaka attacking with Shehan Lianapatirana inside now. Trying to run across. Good tackle on him by Naveen Rajaratnam. Here's Jason now. Giving the ball on the outside to Nanakara. Knock forward. Mekan Yashwant now taking the ball into contact for the Trinitians. Sakalasuriya off to Dhirendra Ratwate. No way through that for Ratwate. Referee playing advantage for the Trinitians. No way through that. It'll be a scrum for the Trinitians. Just where the first half started and they scored the try. Can they make another one? Here's the replay once again. The replacement prop forward. Nanayakara moving. Nanayakara going hard into defense. Good tackle by Virakon with the ball and knock forward there by Nanayakara. Joshua Peter replaced by Vimal Prabhat. Tehan Karunanayaka giving this ball out wide. Here's Naveen Rajaratnam. Nice loop around. Now Sheikh has Ranaraja on the outside. Ranaraja cuts back in. Stepping off one Vishwa. Gives it to Sheikh once again. Does he have the pace to burn around? Sheikh puts the kick behind. Lianapatirana back. Good tackle there by Avishka Sheikh. Trinity have to turn over ball. And trying to turn over ball. Yes, they have managed to turn over ball. Vishwarana Raja. Mekan Yashwan taking the ball into contact. Tehan looking for quick ball out. This is Rana Raja now. Gives it to Warren Virakon and he drops the ball forward.
Once again, Trinity, you just have to get your nerves calmed down when you come to this zone where you see the white line. You just settle down, get some faces, open up wide and play to that or rather fire that corner flag.
Basics, isn't it? Not having the hands right in front. Just soft hands, going with hard hands, tapping the palms pointing downwards.
Very true, Dinuk, very true. It's just basic rugby that all of us, or rather all Trinitians, would expect from this side.
Enough space there. 2-on-1 situation watched for Trinity College. How will the team react from here? Big question mark. Peters put on a lot of pressure in the past 4 minutes. Trinitians have capitalized after that try. Here's Jason Karunaratne feeding the ball into the scrum once again. Inside their own 22. And the ball taken out. Penalty going in the side. Opportunity for St. Peter's, for the Trinitians. Quickly taken there by Reshan Bandaranaike. But the referee says not on the mark.
What would your call be, Dinuk, on this penalty?
If we have the kicking range, I think 3 points would be the call.
Exactly, Dinuk. That would be mine as well, because Trinity is just chasing on 2 goals, and yet another score would need for them to get that big W behind their name, and 3 points would have helped that. But anyways, it's too late for them now.
Yeah, it'll be a great option if they come out with 7 points, but that's how the Trinities have played this season so far.
True, they should manage to turn this into points.
Taken nicely in front by Dhirendra Ratwata, going for a 5-man line out and looking to push this ball. Once says the referee, it has to be use it or lose it the next time. Trying to push forward. Pick and drive by Kalyana Ratna. Not moving much, the Trinity moving sideways. Tehan needs to make a call here. He makes that call to bring the ball outside. This is Navin Rajaratnam taking the ball into contact, brings about 2 players to bring him down. Now the quick ball has to spring wide out. And the ball has been lost forward, but it's another penalty for the Trinitians.
I think it's just under the post and they should go into 3 points.
Going for scrum.
Good confidence call. Good confident call by the fly half there, I think. It was Dinuk, if correct me if I'm wrong. It can be a wise call if they can turn this into a 7-pointer.
Yeah, I think once they opted for the line out in that initial opportunity, from now it has to be that 1 goal to score 7 points, isn't it?
True, they should just go into that 7-pointer and just chase this 14 points gap, breach that gap, and then look for ways of just turning it into that big win.
Here's Tehan now moving the other way. Lennox Kalyanaratne, no support at all for him. Turnover ball almost secured there by the Trinitians. Here's Mekan Yashwant now taking the ball, picking and driving. Good body position there by him. Yomal Bandara looking to pick and drive. And then now Tehan has the opportunity to give it out wide to Netwara Dulanjit. Now the ball comes out to Sakala Surya. Inside out, giving it out wide to Warren Virakon. Here's Sakala Surya now has the opportunity. Inside pass to Dhirendra Ratwata. Now Tehan Karunanaika needs to get this ball out quickly. Goes to Mahdi Abdullah. Abdullah going very close to the try line. Twisting and turning. Trying to pick and drive his Netwara Dulanjit. And the ball has been turned over by the Pete Wrights. And another penalty for Trinitians. Not releasing on the ruck. Another scrum, going for another scrum. Very gutsy call again.
And Trinity is just chasing that 7 points. They just want it. They just badly need that 7 points on the board. That's what I think the leaders are thinking of. And
I think it'll be a confidence booster if they can get that 7.
True, Dinuk. And on the other hand, St. Peter's have managed to defend really well on these 5 meters for the past 5 minutes or so.
Sheikh. Yes, exactly. 100% agree on that. Peterites have been defending well, knowing exactly where the Trinitians are coming from, knowing exactly where the switch passes are going to come from. The running lines are marked properly. This is a great opportunity. Tehan Karunanayaka to feed the ball into the scrum. Need to get this ball nice and clean out to Sakala Surya. Nicely held up inside the scrum now. Now it comes out to Sakala Surya. Sakala Surya, lovely inside pop pass to Warren Virakon. Virakon takes the ball into the 5 meter mark. Now Tehan has it to Sakala Surya once again. Shows and goes. He called it. He scores it for Trinity College.
I think he just did justice for that decision that he made just a few seconds ago, and I think he will definitely make it a 7-pointer by himself.
Yeah, he called for a couple of scrums. We doubted it go for 3 points, but he has proved us wrong. Sakala Surya, tap on the back to the number 24 for Trinity College. Akita Sakala Surya, the replacement fly half. Positive rugby. This will put a lot of pressure on the Peterites.
True, Dinuk. I think I'm watching Trinity rugby after a very, very long time, where Trinity is bouncing back in the second half.
Kick is good. The youngsters in the stadium are happy. 14 points to 21. 10 minutes to go on our clock. On just 7 points, 1 goal away separating. Here's Sakala Surya. Look at that. Everybody was ready to run. Raja's cut back in. Sakala Surya just ran around that and scored that try. 7 points the gap now. 10 minutes remaining on the clock. Can the Trinitians come back and spoil the party for the Peterites? Shehan Lianapatrana to restart proceeding. Puts this flat inside the 22. Knocked back. Going into contact. Still inside the 22. Going to Sakala Surya now. Trying to run inside their own 20. They have Raja once again. Stepping and cutting back in. Exciting rugby here by both teams. And it's a scrum in the end for Trinity College outside the 22. Though it's inside the red zone, it's exciting, isn't it?
True, Dinuk. I think Rana Raja, on the other hand, showed some perfect defense technique where it was a wraparound on the Peters attacker, and he didn't give any chance to offload, and it was some brilliant technique of defense.
Yeah, some live action coming to you from Colombo. Royal taking on Zaira College. 31 points to 5, 48 points to 20. 48 minutes on the clock there at the Royal Complex. Royal College taking this game away. Too easy for them. Quality side. 31 points to 5, winning the Bradby last week up in Pallekele. And they want to remain unbeaten. Can the Peterites remain unbeaten? Here's Zaira, an opportunity for them. Pushed back into touch. It's a knock forward and it'll be a Royal ball. Exciting rugby down in Royal Complex. And coverage from ThePapare.com coming to you live from the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. That was a glimpse of the Royal Zaira game. Royal College, a lot of confidence in that team, isn't it, Murad?
True, they just play some brilliant kind of schools rugby, I think, that I've seen in a very long time. They play some structured rugby. Everyone knows that this is what they're going to do next, but it's unstoppable.
Here's Trinity now. Everything to play for. Comes out again for Sakala Surya to Vishwarana Raja. Long pass but knocked back. by Warren Veerakone. Veerakone still standing on his feet. Ranaraja coming in support for him. Now Sheikh looking for options, picking and driving through. Tehan Karunanayaka gives it out wide to Sakala Surya. Mekan Yashwant.
I think Trinity should go.
Taking the ball into contact, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty for holding on. Quickly taken by Peters College. Inside the 5 meters they go. Have numbers on the outside. Can they get this out wide? Very close, and they score the try. Against the run of play.
This is what I've been talking, you just have to go to that green zone, play some rugby there, build some faces, open up the corners and just go score. And St. Peter's are just capitalizing on what Trinity is lacking today.
Yeah, just kick outside from the 22. Kick into touch.
Trinity played some rugby in the red zone, which is dangerous at this moment. They have enough and more. They had enough and more time in their clock to just score one goal. It was just one goal for 7 minutes. They had 7 minutes to just score one goal. I think you should go into that green zone, play some rugby there, build some faces. But St. Peter's was good enough to put some good pressure to force Trinity to be in this red zone and then capitalize on that and turn that into points.
Exactly. Agree with you 100%. We have been said this enough from the start of this game. Playing too much rugby inside the 22. 63 minutes on the clock. Is it a bit too much for the Trinitians to come back? We saw how good they are in the Bradby's second leg last week. Player carried out for St. Peter's, and it's looks like it's Jason Karunaratne. Big loss for St. Peter's. Running into crucial games. Kingswood, St. Joseph's and Royal College coming up for them in the lineup. They have lost Ravin Fernando, lost their skipper, the original skipper, and now they have lost Jason Karunaratne, one of their key players. I'm sure Coach Nilufer Ibrahim, the Josephian coach, will be very happy, seated up here. Here's the try by the Peterites. Pick and drive, mismatch their win 3/4, defending on the fringes. And Nizran scoring that try for St. Peter's College. Here's Sheikh now, restarting for Trinity College. Inside the 22. Lovely pick up there by the prop forward. Ball coming out wide. This time St. Peter's trying to play some rugby from their own 22.
I think they have learned it from Trinity College.
Coming outside the 22 now. Trying to offload. Good tackle on Vishwarana Raja once again. Outside the 22 now. Here's St. Peter's. Trying to move the ball. Lot of holes in the Trinity defense. Quick ball by the Peterites now. Here's an opportunity. That's Madhushankar, Rukshan Madhushankar, who scored that first try for St. Peter's College. Lot of wide space, but knocked forward by the Peterites. Perfect opportunity for Trinity. Another example not to play rugby inside the 22. Peters this time showing it off.
Showing it off. True, Dinok. I agree with you on this. I think these boys should understand that you should not just waste your...
Here's a switch once again. Janindu Dilshan taking the ball into contact, Royal College. As we take breaks, the Royalists are putting a lot of pressure on the Zairians down in Colombo. But the score still 31 points to 5. Here's Tehan now, gives it to Sakala Surya, back with live action. Veerakone almost into the gap. And here's Sakala Surya once again, looking to cut back in. He does, Sakala Surya. Akita Sakala Surya scoring his second try. Another opportunity for Trinity College. Not much time left on the clock, Murad. But this is what Trinity can do if they play in the right part of the field. Look at this Sakala Surya. No one on the outside. Picked up. Lovely left foot cutback. Bang. Liana Patirana on the ground. Looking for grasshoppers there. And Sakala Surya scoring that try. The second one in few minutes he has been put into play.
True, he have been awesome. He have been a value addition to Trinity coming off from the bench. He have been an impact player. He have proved himself, turning everything possible into points.
Needs to kick this. Kicks this in between the posts. Akita Sakala Surya has come on the park and created one and put 14 points on the board for the Trinitians. 3 minutes. If Trinity can draw this game, he'll be my man of the match for playing for 20 minutes. But it's just 2 minutes on the clock. Can the Trinitians convert this pressure put on now? The restart will be received by them. What will be option? Will you kick now?
Well, depends on which part of the field the ball will be received. If it's on the backs, yes, I would say to run it. But if it's for the forwards, it's again playing what's in front of you. It's just a matter of 2 minutes versus 7 points.
Here's Sheikh now. It's a back. He's running it back. Avishka Sheikh, not outside the 22. The Pete Rice won't let you from there on. Tehan Karnanayaka needs to get this ball out wide quickly. Gets it to Sakala Surya. Offloads it. The ball comes out. And it's a knock forward. Dear, oh dear. Trinity College, have they just gifted the game?
I wouldn't say it's gifted yet. You still have time and you can put pressure on. It's 1 minute, but still the game is still open. It's just one goal away for Trinity, and for St. Peter's it's just 1 minute to just hold on to that ball and just kill the time.
Dhirendra Ratwat, the flanker who had replaced Mohammad Ikram, leaving that ball behind. Another opportunity now, just about less than a minute on our clock. It depends on what referee's clock reads now.
And the schoolboys should realize to handle, or rather should be matured enough to manage this pressure which comes on when they play in their own half. And I think St. Peter's have done it quite well, whereas Trinity should do a little bit of more work on that.
Here's St. Peter's now putting a lot of pressure. It'll be a scrum. It'll be a scrum. You can't tap and run. It's a scrum.
I think that will be the last chance for Trinity to call it off, get this turn into points, and call it a win for themselves.
A lot of work to be done. Inside the 22, the Trinitians. 2 men already put to counter Vishwarana Raja. They know that's the man who will score this 100-meter try.
He is that danger man.
He's back in that screen, want in that ball. Peters have lifted that, have put 2 men on the outside to counter him. Here's an opportunity now for Trinity College. Inside ball to Naveen Rajaratnam. Holds on to the ball. Sakala Surya now waiting outside. Has Sheikh, gives it to the replacement win 3/4. Janindu Ratnaik, who has come in. Here's Tehan to Sakala Surya. Good pushback. Rajaratnam plucks the ball off for support. Running back outside once again. Tehan Karunanayaka gives it to Sakala Surya. Here's Varan Veerakon. Veerakon steps off one. Sakala Surya gives it to Rana Raja. Rana Raja cuts off one. Vishwarana Raja. Does he have the pace to go all the way? Comes back to the 50-meter mark. Trinity College. Taken the ball into contact now. Trinity trying to play hard and fast. Ball comes out to Veerakon. Rana Raja. Cutting back in is Netwar Veerakon. Here's Tehan Karunanayaka now. Gives it to Sakala Surya. To Mekan Yashwan taking the ball into contact. What a game we have on our hands. Here's Sakala Surya trying to show and go. Onto the 50-meter mark have come the Trinitians from their own goal line. Last minute effort. Ball turned over. Ball turned over. Can Peters finish it off? Rana Raja tried to tap it and it runs into touch. That will be the game. What a match it was in the end.
True, it was, as I said, pure maturity, leadership by both sides displayed here at Pallakele. I think both teams should be given accolades for that, displaying brilliant kind of rugby here in Pallakele. Especially Trinity coming back from that big deficit, big cushion that they had during the halftime, and then bringing this game into this nail-biting finish. And well done Trinity, well done St. Peters. Both played their hearts out, but St. Peters was the better side today.
Murad, off the excitement, we have missed to discuss the man of the match. A lot of players. Akita Sakala Surya stood out for Trinity College today. And then we had Amit Kulatunga, who played a very good game. Vishwa Rana Raja has always played well. And then for St. Peters, we had Charles, the hooker, who scored a try. And then Shehan Lianapatirana, the fullback, who played exceptionally well. And also we had Jason Karunaratna, who controlled things from the base.
Well, yes, Dinuk, I agree with you. All three, I think, added value. And for me, I think Jason Karunaratna, the Pete Wright, the number 9 Pete Wright, will be on top of the list.
Yeah, he controlled the game very well. Jason Karunaratna, he will be ThePapare.com's man of the match for this game. Played really well. Controlled things off that base of that rucks.
All in all, for any rugby supporter, rugby fan, I think this was one brilliant game to witness. One brilliant game to witness here at Pallakele. And I think both teams did justice for that.
Peters have managed to retain the Deshamanya Major Dennis Pereira Trophy for the 4th year running. From 2015-2014, it was Neil Footy's last game, farewell game at Pallakele that Trinity won. From there on, Trinity have not managed to win this trophy against St. Peters. Couple of years in Bambalapiti, a couple of years in Pallakele. (21 points to 28). It was a very close game in the end, after St. Peters College leading 21 points to 0 in the first half. This was the second half highlights coming up. Peter scoring the first try of the second half. Now that rolling maul. And then Trinitians came back from here. What a fighting display it was by the Trinitians. Shehan Lianapatirana converting that try, and from there on it was all Trinity. Scored a couple of tries. This was one of them. Akita Sakala Surya scores, giving that pass out wide to Vishwarana Raja, scoring the first of the Trinity tries. Trinity came back again. This was the replay on the reverse angle once again. Vishwarana Raja just walking the park for him. Too much pace and class on the outside for the Trinity number 11. Akita Sakala Surya making the difference, coming back in and scoring that try, converting that try. And then he scored a couple by himself. This was a knock forward by Warren Veerakon, had the opportunity, and here is Sakala Surya. Hot knife through butter, running through the gap and scoring that try. And then Sakala Surya once again converting its own.
And the trophy goes to the
Peters came back.
Game, St. Peters College, Bambalapiti.
And this was the difference in the end, isn't it? 28 points to 27. This is where they took the game away from the Trinitians. And then Sakala Surya spotted space on the
Ladies and gentlemen,
on the
I do
blind side,
apologize.
short side rather.
Request the team
Lovely
to come to
step
the front of
to
the grandstand
Shahanli
to receive
Anapathirana.
the trophy.
And he scored that try as well for St. Peter's College, or for the rather Trinity College. 28 points to 21 the full-time score. We're waiting for the presentation ceremony of Deshamaniam Major Dennis Pereira Trophy, which St. Peter's have managed to win 4 times in a row. Trinity have always played that second half.
St. Peter's College, Bambalapitiya.
Well, to start off the second half, here is the St. Peter's College team walking up to collect the trophy 4th time running. The Peterites have managed to win the 4th time consecutive. Aren't they happy, the Peterites? Lifting the trophy at Pallakali. 2 teams in 2 weeks have come and lifted the trophy here at Pallakali. Royal College doing it last week, St. Peter's this week, and both these teams will most probably end up playing the league final if they continue like this unbeaten till the last week.
Yes, Dinuk, I think it will be exciting to watch that game. It will be really exciting to watch that game, and probably that will be the last game of the league, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm honestly looking forward for this game.
Here's the confirmation then. 3 tries apiece, St. Peter's College winning this game 28 points to 21 after leading 14 points to nil. 3 tries to 4 tries. St. Peter's College scoring and getting that bonus point, very important, and converted all 3, so no kicks or points of kicks left on the park today. And Jason Karunaratna, a player of the match of St. Peter's College, who unfortunately was carried away during the last bit of the game. Upcoming fixtures tomorrow: mouth-watering clash up in Nithawela. Kingswood College versus Isipatana College. What a game it's going to be. Kingswood College back in A Division, and they have performed fantastically. That games against St. Joseph's would have given a lot of courage for this Kingswood team, and it's going to be one of the best games this week. Kingswood taking on Isipatana in Nithawela. Coming to you live on ThePapare.com. This is the Singer Schools Rugby League 2018. And then we have other games as well next week. Fixtures: Kingswood taking on St. Peter's at Havelock Park. That's going to be interesting as well. Royal College taking on Wesley at CRNFC on the 19th of May. St. Joseph's versus Zaira College again on the 19th of May at Zaira Grounds. And Trinity College will travel to Colombo for the 2nd time in this season and for the last time in this league against Isipatana College at Havelock Park. And all these fixtures will be brought to you by ThePapare.com. The Singer Schools League 2018 coming to you last rugby action. Try of the week. Will any of these come up in the try of the week list? That comes every day, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Also tune in to ThePapare.com to catch all these action of the Singer Schools Rugby League today. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend.
සතුටු බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
පවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
එය සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with current accounts from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
Some see a myriad of possibilities ready to break out in glory. The choice of every Sri Lankan, no limit.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිලි ශක්තිමත් ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සුරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසායි ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සුරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් ඒ වගේම ඉස්සුරි වලින් නිදහස් ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සුරි zero කරයි ලෝවාංක 1 මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ටෙලිවිෂනයේ මීළඟ පෙරළිය
MJN JQ Shopping TV
උසස් තත්ත්වයේ ජපන් නිෂ්පාදන
පහසු මිලට වට්ටම් සහිතව
ගෙදරටම ගෙන්වා ගන්න සෑම දිනකම දැසන 10ට
MJN JQ Shopping TV බලන්න
Dialog Television Dialog Now channel number 106
සතුටු බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
පවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
එය සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with home loans, education loans and vehicle loans from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
Energetic and daring, some see the world in vibrant shades. The choice of every Sri Lankan, no limit.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිලි ශක්තිමත් ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සුරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසායි ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සුරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් ඒ වගේම ඉස්සුරි වලින් නිදහස් ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සුරි zero කරයි ලෝවාංක 1 මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ටෙලිවිෂනයේ මීළඟ පෙරළිය
MJN JQ Shopping TV
උසස් තත්ත්වයේ ජපන් නිෂ්පාදන
පහසු මිලට වට්ටම් සහිතව
ගෙදරටම ගෙන්වා ගන්න සෑම දිනකම දැසන 10ට
MJN JQ Shopping TV බලන්න
Dialog Television Dialogue now, channel number 106.
සතුට බෙදන නම
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම
සැනසුම දෙන නම
එය සිංහ නම
මිහිර මවන නම
අවස නිවන නම
සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම
එය සිංහ නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය
Let's start a life-changing partnership. Union Assurance.
Isn't it time to grow up? Now you can with current accounts from DFCC Bank. DFCC Bank. Keep growing.
Some see a myriad of possibilities ready to break out in glory. The choice of every Sri Lankan, no limit.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිමි ශක්තිමත්. ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසයි. ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ්. ඒ වගේම ඉස්සොරි වලින් නිදහස්. ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සොරි zero කරයි. ලෝවාංක 1 මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ.
ශ්‍රී ලාංකීය ටෙලිවිෂනයේ මීළඟ පෙරළිය
MJN JQ Shopping TV
උසස් තත්ත්වයේ ජපන් නිෂ්පාදන
පහසු මිලට වට්ටම් සහිතව
ගෙදරටම ගෙන්වා ගන්න සෑම දිනකම උදෑසන 10ට
MJN JQ Shopping TV බලන්න.
Dialogue Television, Dialogue Now, channel number 106.
පිරිසිදු ෆ්‍රෙෂ් හිසක් තියෙන පිරිමි ශක්තිමත්. ඒත් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි වලට පුළුවන් ඒ ශක්තිය නැති කරන්න මම ක්ලියර් මෙන් තෝරගන්නේ ඒ නිසයි. ක්ලියර් මෙන් අධික තෙල් සහ ඉස්සොරි zero කරන නැවුම් මෙන්තෝල් වලින් සමන්විත නිසා මගේ හිස කෙස් හැම විටම ෆ්‍රෙෂ්. ඒ වගේම ඉස්සොරි වලින් නිදහස්. ක්ලියර් මෙන් ඉස්සොරි zero කරයි. ලෝවාංක 1 මෙන්ස් ෂැම්පූ.
Rugby.